mummy's with the maggots now.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
Well, hi there.
Hello, and welcome to Would You Die, the show where the balance must be respected. I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
And this is the last episode of 2025.
Yes. If you are listening to this on the day that it dropped, it is New Year's Eve. So congrats on making it through another year, everybody. We did it.
Whoop.
Can't believe what a wild ride this has been. I know that it's not been a full calendar year since we started, because we started in March, but starting this podcast this year has been so fun for me and honestly really healing, if that makes sense. Being able to get together once a week with one of my best friends and just talk about movies and talk to you guys has been amazing. And I've really loved doing this every week.
Oh.
So, yeah. I'm excited. One of my New Year's resolutions in 2026 is to keep doing this every week. So.
Well, I don't have a plan in case you don't. So.
Surprise, I'm quitting.
No.
And today we are covering The Substance. A good way to round out Fuck Around and Find Out month. A good way to round out 2025. Here we are.
You could argue that this might be one of the ultimate Fuck Around and Find Out months.
Absolutely.
Or episodes, I meant to say.
Yeah. So, if you've never seen The Substance, spoilers, here's your little synopsis. Fading actress Elizabeth Sparkle becomes distressed when her chauvinistic boss fires her from her aerobic show. She soon injects herself with a mysterious serum that promises a younger, better version of herself. But things go horribly wrong.
Ooh.
Spooky. So what is your personal connection with this movie? It's a very recent movie. It came out last year at the end of the year.
2024, yep. I saw it late September. The movie was getting buzz because it came out in Cannes, but was getting buzz, and my local theater was playing it. I bring up late September because something that my family, we like to do for our birthdays is go to the movies. And long story short, I take my mom to go see The Substance on her birthday.
Oh boy. Okay.
A movie about women aging.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mom!
Sorry.
This 2.5 hour extreme body horror, just insane film. Yeah. She loved it. I loved it. Our friends Doug and Katie went with us. Mm-hmm. They loved it. And yeah, Substance was one of my favorite films of 2024. I was happy to rewatch for this podcast, and it holds up, I think. I still very much enjoy it.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your personal connection with this film?
I watched it. I didn't see it in theaters. I watched it right when it came out on streaming, though, because everybody was talking about it. Everybody was really excited about it, so I really wanted to see it. And also at that point, we had already started talking about, you were looking for a new co-host. I had applied, and I was like, I should probably start watching more horror movies more consistently if I want to get this position. And it worked. So
it did work, yes.
So yeah, I watched it. I loved it. And this was only, I hadn't watched it since until I watched it for this episode. And I'm glad to say that it held up, and the second viewing was almost better than the first viewing. So I was pretty excited about that.
Very nice.
What about you, Jeremy?
I watched this for the first time when we watched it for the podcast. Good movie. I'm glad I watched it once. And I think I will not watch it twice. So,
are you not a body horror guy?
It wasn't for me. We can get into it, but it wasn't for me.
It's because he hates women.
Well, and that's such a big part of it.
Whoa!
But, no.
Whoa!
No.
Would you get canceled?
No, I don't. Would you get canceled?
That's the name of our podcast.
We
it's
made
just
it.
Us trying to get Jeremy canceled.
We made it 1 year. No, The body, yeah. So it was most of my issues with this movie were auditory.
Okay.
Which is super fair.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's just get into it.
Mm-hmm. So, just for kind of historical context, you guys know what I'm going to say. This is feminist body horror.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something we've talked about on the show before because we've watched Ginger Snaps, baby.
Yeah.
Which is another
Mm-hmm.
feminist body horror movie. It is for those who don't know, I mean, it's in the title generally, but feminist body horror is basically any horror movie that has to do with body horror in general is any horror that has to do with the body. It's transformation movies, it is mutilation of the body, anything like that, any deviation from the norm with the body. And it's usually making a commentary about something in real life that has to do with body image or stuff like that. With feminist body horror specifically, it's usually about the bodies of women, obviously. Mm-hmm. And it often relates to things like aging, like beauty standards, like sexuality. I mean, that's kind of where we get, Ginger Snaps is very much a body image / sexuality in young girls kind of film. I mean, that's why she starts to have these hormonal
it's a coming
changes.
of age.
Yeah, exactly.
Body horror.
And in this case, it's the end of that spectrum. That is kind of puberty. This is menopause. Our main character, Elizabeth, is towards the end of her life. She's literally not. But, she's towards the end of, her quote-unquote desirability.
I was going to say her career. She's going to be forced out because
of the fact that she is no longer considered quote-unquote desirable.
Yeah, she's turning 50.
Uh-huh. And
which is insane for me to take my mom to see this movie.
Yeah. What were you thinking, man?
Well, I just knew it was a body horror film with Demi Moore. And my mom's like, I want to see the new Demi Moore movie. And I'm like...
That's fair.
I hear it's horror. I had no clue what it was about. I also had no clue it's 2.5 hours long.
Yeah. It's a long one.
But yeah, we loved it.
But yeah, it's... So she is kind of at the end of her career. And as she sees it, at least, the end of her desirability. And goes searching for a solution.
Mm-hmm.
So, that is where the fuck around and find out truly begins.
Can I say something real quick?
No. Go ahead, I guess.
The fact that Demi Moore's character is turning 50, all this is happening, and in real life she's 60.
Mm-hmm.
Demi Moore is too beautiful.
Yeah.
She is stunning.
She is absolutely stunning. And that's, I think, part of what sells this movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that she is a beautiful woman who is charming and kind and all of these things. And she feels like she's not good enough.
Yeah.
And we'll get into this, but one of the saddest parts of the movie to me, there's all of this body horror stuff. There's all of that. One of the saddest scenes to me is the scene where she is about to go on the date.
Yeah.
And she spends so much time fixing herself and going back and I don't know, I mean, here's the thing, is I don't want to claim that men don't have confidence issues, but I don't know a single woman who has not done that exact thing. I mean, maybe not missed a whole date for it, but the whole getting frustrated and messing up your hair and your makeup because you're so annoyed with the fact that it's just not turning out the way that you want it to and it doesn't look good and you're just mad.
Whereas I'm do I wear that hat or that hat?
But it's so sad because it's, I mean, obviously there's much more morbid things that she does in the name of feeling good about herself, but that was that's the scene where it's okay, there's no going back for this, there's no respecting the balance here, there is only Elizabeth feeling terrible about herself and Sue being her outlet for feeling valued.
Right.
So, getting into fuck around and find out, the solution that Elizabeth comes to after meeting a nurse at the hospital who has gone through the same process is to inject the substance.
Yeah.
The rules of the substance are you inject yourself with this stuff, and then you will get a younger, more perfect version of yourself. And then the rules are simple. Once you do that, you take fluid from the, what is it called? The inactive, I think.
The activator?
What do they call the person who's on, like, the ground? Who's not...
The Matrix.
No.
Right?
No, that's a different movie.
I'm pretty sure it was something like that.
Yeah, it's the inactive and the active.
Well, then what's the Matrix?
That's a different movie.
No, they have the... I'm not thinking of Keanu. That's a lie. I'm always thinking of Keanu. But, no, they call the Matrix something the Matrix. I thought it was the original body.
I don't remember them saying the Matrix. Do you remember them saying the Matrix?
Jeremy?
I'm sorry, I don't.
I found the quote. One single injection unlocks your DNA, starting a new cellular division that will release another version of yourself. This is the substance. You are the Matrix. Everything comes from you. What? So yeah, they do, but like that's not what it's called. I was helping you.
You were gaslight. They don't say the Matrix.
I wasn't gaslighting you. I said I didn't remember it, and then I said, "Hey, I found the quote." Why are you acting like I hid it from you? Anyway.
It's so hard being a man in 2025.
Which is truly what this film's about. And
so this has been the last episode of the podcast, Would You Die for 2025? I'll see you all in 2026 when I replace Austin and Jeremy with women. It'll be a better show. Promise. Anyway.
Now it's a boys' show.
So,
just two men talking about the substance.
No, go ahead. Let's see how this goes.
I got nothing.
I like the oopie goopy.
I hated watching Dennis Quaid eat shrimp. It's my least favorite scene in cinematic history.
Imagine that in theaters.
Yeah, if I saw that in IMAX, I don't think I think that would have been it. I'd been like, wow, movies had a good run.
So anyway, the rules are that you need to get fluid from the inactive body.
Yeah.
And you have to inject it into yourself every day to give yourself, like, energy, health, all of that kind of stuff. And more importantly, you need to make sure that you switch every 7 days. The rule breakers. Sue.
Oop.
Miss Sue is our rule breaker.
Yo. Speaking of Sue, when she makes her appearance and they're like, the two casting directors are like horn dogging after her.
Yeah.
And they're like, and what's your name? And it's like that close up on her lips. Sue. Oh, that was like, I remember being in theater being like, oh, this is a good movie. Like, I know shit's going to go down,
you're
but.
Horny for
No, not that, but it's
Qualley?
like, it's so stylized.
No,
and it's
yeah,
like.
it is. And like specifically her scenes, too.
Right. But I mean, it's like, this is like, they're doing this in a way where it's like, I understand.
Yeah. Well, and like, here's the thing that I like about Sue's character and the progression through the movie that they did with her is that at the beginning, for the first couple times we see Sue, she's very like one-dimensional. You know what I mean? And you almost are like, oh, okay, so like Elizabeth still has the personality. This is just like the condensed DNA of attractiveness that, like, all of that. So Margaret Qualley, like, goes into this role and she's just like, I'm Sue and I'm like bubbly and bouncy and like I just really want to like be on this show and have everybody love me and I'm sunshine and rainbows. And then as things get worse and worse with Elizabeth, she starts to develop more of a personality.
Right.
And that I find really interesting.
And I think in this film, probably others too, but I haven't seen as much of Margaret Qualley's filmography. I really just know her from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Poor Things, which are great movies, but in my head, this is now the first movie I think of when I think of Margaret Qualley.
That's fair.
And I'm sure I've seen other movies too, but that's what's coming to mind. She portrays rage in this film so well.
Yeah.
I think.
I agree. Yeah, I think the first movie that I ever saw her do was Made in 2021, which was a true story. Actually, I think... No, it was a mini series. It was like a limited series, but I binged it in one day, so that gets hard.
For me, it was definitely Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, okay, that's true. That was the first role I saw of her, but like her first starring role, I guess I would say, where she is like the main character.
Because Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like she's a big part of it,
right? But like,
that's Leo and Brad
Leo and
Pitt's
Brad's
movie.
Yeah.
That
And, like, the female lead, I would say, is Margot. I wouldn't say it was...
Oh, it's definitely Margot Robbie. But that film, quick tangent, my apologies.
That's okay.
It's insane how many of today's stars.
I was going to say, that is one of those movies that, like, back then, I mean, it was obviously, like, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and, like...
And Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. But now it's like you look at that movie and it's like, that's fucking everybody, dude.
It's
Margaret
stacked.
Qualley. It's
Mikey Madison, Academy Award winning Mikey Madison.
Mikey Madison.
Who beat, and I'm conflicted about it, Demi Moore.
Maya Hawke. It's Sydney Sweeney.
Austin Butler.
Yeah. It's everybody.
Victoria Pedretti.
It's little known actor Al Pacino. Sorry, that was a joke.
Kurt Russell's in them. Now I'm just gonna name everybody in that movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Timothy Olyphant's in them.
It's everybody.
It's my favorite Tarantino movie.
Mine too.
Oh,
it's
hell
yours
yeah!
as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I very much like that movie.
Guys, we have taste.
Oh, look at us.
We should have a podcast or something.
We should. But yeah, so I first saw her in Made, which is a based on a true story, like limited series. But I think that between that and this, like that is kind of how I know that she's a very, very good actress. Yeah. Because she plays very different characters in both of these and does them equally well. So Margaret Qualley is really interesting. She's also married to Jack Antonoff, whose ex-wife was also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Because he used to be married to Lena Dunham. And he went from Lena Dunham to Margaret Qualley.
Wait. Lena Dunham's in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Who does she play?
She is Gypsy. She's one of the Manson family people. Like she's like in the house. And, like, she's like, Charlie's going to be really mad, you know?
It's not Dakota Fanning, though, right?
No, that's Dakota Fanning.
Yeah, okay.
You know who Lena Dunham is,
I
though,
do,
right?
but I don't remember her in this movie at all.
She is, I promise. You would...
Oh, no, I have to go watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood again. Oh, no.
Yeah.
But no, I seriously didn't know she was...
She's in, like, one scene. Like, she's not... like a main character, but she's in like the scene at the ranch.
I like how you gave me okay. I like how you gave me all like so much information, and that was my takeaway.
Yeah, sorry.
I did not know Margaret Qualley was married.
Yeah, she is married. She also has a song by Lana Del Rey written about her.
What song?
You're never gonna guess.
The only Lana Del Rey songs I know are like Young and Beautiful.
Oh.
And Summertime Sadness.
Yeah, no, this is Margaret by Lana Del Rey.
I feel like that's so obvious, but at the same time, I don't know that song.
You would probably know the chorus if you'd heard it, but
maybe I do.
Did you guys know, this is just one of my favorite fun facts about a movie that we're not actually supposed to be covering on this podcast episode, but do you know who was originally, like, who they originally sought to play Charles Manson in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, who I think would have been a really good fit.
Lena
I don't
Dunham.
even remember who
Lena
does.
Dunham.
I don't even remember who does play Charles.
The person who plays Charles Manson is named Damon Harriman.
Okay, but who was
But
supposed to?
it was
play?
originally going to be Charlie Day.
Oh, that's wild. But like, he looks like him. Like, if he grew out his hair a little
Yeah.
bit, I'd be like, yeah.
I see it, but and no disrespect to Charlie Day, because I love him and I think he's awesome as an actor. I don't know him personally, but I'm sure he's great.
You're just trying your best.
That would have taken me out of the movie.
If you were just like, is that fucking Charlie Day?
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair. So anyway, back to the substance.
Oh yes.
So we kind of start when this is happening with kind of an equal balance, actually, at the beginning. Like, she starts out, she auditions for the show, she gets the role, and she's like, but I have to go out of town every other week. I have to take care of my
Right.
mother. She's sick. Then Elizabeth takes back over, and she goes out, and she, like, meets up with that guy, or she, like, calls him, and she's like,
Yeah.
I want to meet up, like, whatever. She kind of has her little, like, freak out. I can't remember. Is that before or after she goes to the diner? She goes to the diner first, I think.
I think you're right.
She meets up with the guy, the older guy, who is the counterpart to the young nurse who originally got her into it.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, is she stealing time from you yet? And at this point, she had done it once. She had stolen a couple hours.
Right. Because she wanted to hook up or something.
Yep. She was in the middle of a hookup. So he was like, have you, like, this part of your life is worth living. Like, don't lose, like, this part of your life.
Right.
And so that's when she's like, okay, I'm going to call, I can't remember his name, but, like, her old high school friend.
It was like Doug or something.
Yeah. And are you just saying that because your friend's name is Doug?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Doug. But she decides to, like, go on this date. It does not go well. And this is when the binging starts.
Yeah.
She starts having this really kind of terrible binge eating habit, which I think the implication there is, like, she's been an aerobics instructor for her entire life and, like, on TV. So
Right.
she's probably had a very disciplined diet her whole life. And now she's like, fuck it, I don't have to. I'm not going out.
Right.
Sue is.
She's going kind of gremlin mode.
And so, yeah. So then she starts to just become a recluse
Mm-hmm.
who eats and leaves her house a complete mess. And that is when Sue starts to build up a resentment to Elizabeth.
Yep.
So, yeah, this is when things start to go from bad to worse.
You can say that the balance is no longer respected.
Right. And this is something that, like, Elizabeth starts to bring up several times to the substance people.
Yeah.
And the thing that's crazy is until she gets the old decrepit witch finger, she, like, they don't tell her she has the option to stop.
Right.
Which is really weird to me.
I also like how, like, sassy they are.
Okay.
Like the substance people. Like, she calls them bitchin' and they're not like normal customer service who's like, I'm sorry, did you try plugging it, like unplugging and plugging it back in?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I just need the balance to be respected. So respect it. Hangs up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, y'all are sassy.
Yeah. But, like, we fast forward to the end of the movie. I mean, not, like, the very end. But, like, we fast forward a little bit. And as Sue is starting to gain popularity and, like, you know,
Photo
love
shoots
and all of these things.
Her hit show.
Yeah.
Late
she
night.
Stops letting Elizabeth emerge.
Yeah.
And the gross hole in Elizabeth's back that's all infected and pussy is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Even more than Dennis Quaid eating shrimp.
Jeremy?
No. It's not more disgusting than Dennis Quaid eating shrimp.
The gross pussy hole in her back?
It wasn't even close. Dennis Quaid eating shrimp was the worst thing I've ever witnessed.
Dennis Quaid is like what we in the business like to call Kevin Costner adjacent. So that is kind of like concerning to me.
I remember a lot of people on Twitter were like, why was this the grossest part of the movie?
That's fair. But like, so here's the thing. My worst fear is Kevin Costner, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like Bruce Willis and Dennis Quaid are like close enough to Kevin Costner. They give the same vibe as Kevin Costner. They all kind of squint and like have the same like exterior vibe that I'm just like, I get uncomfortable when I look at them. So yeah, the eating shrimp wasn't great for me.
I see it with Dennis Quaid. I don't see it with Bruce Willis.
They don't look alike. It's not an appearance thing. It's
No.
a vibe.
But I don't get that vibe from Bruce Willis is what I'm saying.
Fine.
But I agree with Dennis Quaid.
I think maybe specifically just in the movie Armageddon.
Featuring the hit Aerosmith song, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Yeah, and also Liv Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
The greatest actors who's ever lived.
Yeah.
That is all for the What You Time podcast. I hate Liv Tyler.
Shit.
He does. He like really hates her.
It's not that
So
I
you're
don't know-
afraid of Kevin Costner. You hate Liv Tyler.
But here's my thing about Liv Tyler. I'm sure she's a lovely person. I just reject the general premise that she's good at what she's famous for.
Being Steven Tyler's daughter.
That's what she should be famous for. Unfortunately, somebody let her act.
It's fair. I know we're doing a lot of tangents right now, but I need you guys to understand that going to see Captain America Brave New World was a really delightful experience for me because I realized about 0.5 seconds earlier than Jeremy did that it was a backdoor sequel for the Hulk movie and that she was going to be in it. And he was like, I got to call my daughter. And I was like, holy shit, they didn't get her. They couldn't have gotten her. And then she's like, hi, Daddy. And then he was like, are you fucking kidding me? And it was great.
I just, I don't know who keeps letting her be in films.
Whoever made the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah.
She's like the most important girl.
Being the most important character does not mean you did a good job.
I think she did. I want you to know.
Actually, I want to be clear.
no one
Lord of the
else-
Rings is the one exception to where I do think she did a good job. Every other movie she's ever been in, awful. She speaks so we can get into this later. I just can't stand her.
I feel like he just thinks she did a good job because elves are supposed to be kind of monotone.
Well, yeah.
This is... I'm processing a lot of information right now.
I'm sorry. None of this is like actually about the substance.
I don't have any like
No, it is.
hot
Liv
actor
Tyler.
takes.
Liv Tyler should have tried to become the better version of herself.
Oh shit.
This is so mean. Like
That
I
was
don't
really
like that
mean.
we're bullying.
I stand by what I say.
I don't think you should.
I really shouldn't. I'm sorry. I know Liv Tyler, friend of the program. I'm very sorry.
If Liv Tyler is listening, I just want you to know Austin and I don't share these views.
No, we don't.
That's okay.
And if you want to come defend yourself on our podcast, you can.
Can
He
you
won't
imagine
say,
it?
I need you to understand, he's not brave. He won't say shit when you're here. Are you going to say Liv Tyler can't be on our podcast?
I'm gonna say we should go back to the substance.
All right. Well, I think Liv Tyler should be on our podcast.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you're Jeremy. You're a producer, so you're in charge of setting it up.
Hi, Liv Tyler. I've roasted you on our podcast. Would you like to come on? I'm sure she's down.
So, The Substance. It's a movie.
A damn good one.
It is. It's so good. I feel like something that one thing that I didn't quite understand was when Sue started to be cruel. And I guess it's just how like
Mm-hmm.
her like cuz here's the thing is living with Elizabeth is a lot like living with a very like messy reclusive roommate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's gross. I'm not saying it's not. But, like, the late night show, first of all, if that ever happened in real life, if anybody went on a late night show and was just like, yeah, the person I replaced, she's kind of fucking old and we're not exactly of the same generation.
Yeah.
That would, like, not go over well with audiences, if we're being honest with ourselves. It just simply wouldn't. Like, you're
Right.
supposed to kiss the ass of the person you replace. You know what I mean? Especially when they didn't go out, like, in a disgraceful way. they just, as far as the general public knows, she retired, you know, she left on, like, good terms and everything like that. And so I just, find that very interesting that was a choice in the movie.
Well, in regards of Sue being cruel, I think part of it is, well, I think both sides of Elizabeth stop respecting the balance.
Yeah.
At, like, the same time and blaming the other.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sue's cruelty stems from the fact that I think Sue believes she's carrying the two. She's going through all that work, and that Elizabeth provides nothing.
Right.
Even though Elizabeth literally set the table. Elizabeth is literally the reason Sue is there. I think there's maybe the film's trying to say something about discarding the past.
Yeah.
Not that this has to do with people, but Star Wars.
Okay.
Force Awakens comes out, and it's basically, hey, y'all didn't like the prequels, remember? This is nothing like that.
Yeah.
We're going back to the shit you do like. And then when the Force Awakens came out, the majority of Star Wars fans were all for it and gobbled it up.
Yeah.
So sometimes they do kind of disrespect. You know what I mean? What came before. That, I know that's not people, but like Star Wars is what directly came to mind.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a good comparison. I definitely agree. I think it's very much a like, well, you're not doing your part, so I'm not going to do mine thing, right? Like,
Right.
It starts with Sue, and then Elizabeth's like, well, fuck it. Like, I don't have to take care. Like, I don't have to take care of myself. You don't rely on me, even though she literally does.
Right.
Like, I'm just going to, be myself and do whatever I want. And then on the inverse, Sue is bitter because she wakes up to a mess. She wakes up to Elizabeth doing absolutely nothing to improve their lives.
Right.
Actively inconveniencing her in her job because she has to take the 7 days off. And so I agree. I think they both lose respect for the balance.
And when they like fight at the end violently, I think a lot of it has to come from Sue having all that pent up anger.
Yeah.
And the fact that she woke up and she quickly realizes that Elizabeth's trying to kill her.
Mm-hmm. I also think in that scene, that's another thing that's just particularly tragic. When Elizabeth realizes that or at least thinks she's killed Sue, and she like tries to revive her, and she's like, you are the only part of me that's worth anything.
Right.
It's so hard to watch that scene, because again, like, it didn't have to be that way, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
And here's the thing is, I don't know, first of all, it wouldn't be a very compelling movie. Secondly, I don't think it's even really possible that there's anybody who actually respects the substance the way it's meant to be respected.
Right.
But I'm so interested to see somebody who like gets to live their life free of the pressures of like being perfect, while also simultaneously getting to have another part of her that like is the best version of themselves. So,
but also, if this doesn't go down this way, we don't get the best part of the movie. Monstro Eliza Sue.
Monstro Eliza Sue is the best part of the movie.
When I saw this movie for the first time in theaters a year ago, and that title card came up, I was like, oh, this is a banger.
Yeah.
This is top 5 of 2024. I could already tell. I love my third act bloodbaths.
Yeah, you do.
And also, Monstro Eliza Sue's so cute.
Well, I don't know that I would go that far, but
second only to Gizmo.
No, she's terrifying. But I do respect that she can grow and drop boobs from her head.
When she's trying to make herself pretty in front of the mirror and they're doing the vertigo needle drop.
It makes me very sad.
And she's like straightening her one strand of hair.
And then it like falls out. And
Yeah.
She's just like
I love it.
and she like fucking sticks the earrings just like in the fat
Yep.
on the sides of her head. Oh my god, it's gross. Ugh, it's so gross.
And then she comes out to this theme from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
She does do that. And then she has so much blood.
Paint the walls
Like,
red.
so much blood. How does she have that much blood? She's not that big. You know what I mean? Like,
And I love the choice to just put metal music in that scene.
Yeah.
And oh my god, this
I do find it fascinating that there was a child there. We were talking about this
Yeah.
when we watched it. Like, we're talking about, like, this place where there's, like, topless women, like, cabaret girls, and they're just like, yeah, this child wants to see Sue. This is not the place.
and she just gets like blasted with blood.
Yeah, she does.
It's awesome.
She's a child.
You don't see that in movies very often.
That's true.
And the Academy saw that and said, now that's a Best Picture nominee right there.
And they were right.
We should talk about cultural impact.
Yeah, we should. The Substance was Best Picture nominee.
It was a pretty good hit too, I think.
Yes, it was. I'm trying to look up stats for how it did in the theaters. The box office worldwide total was over $77 million. It had an opening weekend of over 3.2 million. So that is kind of crazy. It was released alongside Jeremy's favorite movie, Transformers 1 and Never Let Go. It was projected to gross about $3 million in opening weekend.
And it did.
And it made $3.2 million.
But then word of mouth really is what
Yes.
carried it to 77.
Yes. The film became Mubi, which is the production company, I believe, their highest grossing film.
I think
of all
they
time.
distributed it. I think they bought it and distributed it.
Okay.
Because I know it went to Cannes, the Cannes Film
Yes.
Festival.
But as soon as it went in its like first week of streaming release / like buying release, it was number 3 on iTunes. It was number 6 on Fandango, which for a horror movie is very, very good.
And an independent movie too.
Yes.
And then I'm pretty sure once it became an Academy Award nominee, then that's when it really kind of blew up culturally.
Right.
I was always going to see it because horror movie with Demi Moore.
Yeah, of course.
But then I think a lot of people ended up seeing it because it was an Academy Award nominee.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a real chance that Demi Moore was going to win.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and kind of a little ironic,
Yeah.
she lost to Mikey Madison.
Mm-hmm. In Anora.
And Honora, I think it's Mikey Madison. I always say Madison, but I think it's Mikey
It's Madison.
Oh, it
has
is?
an I in it. But yeah, it was nominated for Best Picture, lost to Anora. Nominated for Best Actress in a Leading Role, lost to Anora. Was it nominated for anything else?
It was nominated for a few awards, and I know it won makeup effects.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm.
So it is a winner.
Yeah.
I think it was nominated for like 5 or 6.
It was nominated for Best Directing.
Mm-hmm.
It was nominated for Best Writing Original Screenplay. It won for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Yeah.
Do you know how to say Coralie Fargo? Is that her?
Yeah, I believe that's
Because it's
correct.
French.
Curly Fargo, I believe, is correct.
It was cool that she was nominated for director. I was really hoping she'd win.
Yeah.
I think Sean Baker won for Anora, which I really liked Anora. I thought Anora was fantastic.
I don't know that it was better than this movie.
I don't know about better. I was happy that it won, but I was sad that The Substance lost.
This is where you and I will disagree. I think there were several movies that were better than Anora in the Best Picture category.
Well, what else was there? Wasn't Wicked.
Well, no, I don't think Wicked, but I think The Brutalist was better.
I didn't see The Brutalist.
I think Conclave was better.
Oh, I liked Conclave.
I
I don't know if I think one's better than the other. I just think they're different.
After I didn't see this until later, but I think Nickel Boys was better.
I still haven't seen it.
I don't think this movie was better, but I preferred it more. I liked A Complete Unknown, but I don't think I think Anora was probably over A Complete Unknown.
I think Anora was much better than A Complete Unknown, but I liked it. My favorite parts of Complete Unknown was every part with Johnny Cash.
That's fair.
I watched the movie not knowing much about Bob Dylan, and then the movie ended. I'm like, oh, I don't really like Bob Dylan.
That's about it. Pete Seeger is one of my favorite artists of all time.
Oh,
and
Dune Part 2 was nominated. I prefer
Yeah.
Dune Part 2 to Anora, but I'd much rather Anora win. Just on the fact that I'd rather give the small independent film over the multimillionaire big budget
That's fair.
sequel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's my hot take. Is I think that Best Actor in a Leading Role should not have gone to Adrian Brody.
I'm trying to think who the other nominees were.
Timothy Chalamet for Bob Dylan, Coleman Domingo,
Coleman Domingo should have. I haven't
Ray
seen.
Fiennes, and Sebastian Stan.
I haven't seen Sing Sing, but Coleman Domingo should have won. I
think-
own Sing Sing. I bought it just for Coleman Domingo.
I think it should have either gone to Ray Fiennes or Sebastian Stan.
Ray Fiennes was really good. I didn't see The Apprentice, but I just trust that Sebastian Stan was phenomenal because Sebastian Stan's usually
Here's the thing:
the best one, like the best actor in every movie he's in.
You know how I feel about Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
Movie squicked me out. I'm not gonna lie. Made me feel pretty gross about loving Sebastian Stan. So that's how good he was.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I think Sebastian Stan is phenomenal. I didn't see that movie because I don't care about the subject matter. I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm excited to kind of get into the Oscar nominees as they come out.
I think it's gonna be a boring year
I don't agree.
because it's Sinners is gonna dominate.
I agree, but I do think there are a lot of good movies, so I think the nominations is where it's going to be interesting.
I think good movies are gonna be nominated, but I am a Sinners diehard.
I'm excited to see what gets nominated, and I think maybe we should do either like a Patreon bonus or something where we go through our predictions.
That might be fun.
That might be a little fun.
Guys, let us know if you would like that.
Please do.
And also join our Patreon.
Yeah.
Respect our wallets.
Are you ready for our
Substancelatives? Substancelatives? Yes.
Okay, who would you save?
Monstral is a Sue.
I was gonna say Monstral is a Sue.
I'm still me. Oh, she's so sad. And they're calling her monster and
I think
freak.
my theory is that her DNA is she's the best personality parts of the both of them. Like she's the kindness.
But also she wasn't around long enough to get mean.
That's also true. Favorite scare?
There's so many ways to go about it. I know Jeremy's answer.
It's
Part of me wants to say that third act bloodbath because I'm such a fan of third act bloodbaths.
Yeah.
And it's so seeing that on the big screen was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm gonna go with the initial birth of Sue.
Dang it.
Did he say the same thing
Yeah,
again?
it's the birthing scene. Because I thought you were going to go for the third act bloodbath.
But
When the boob falls out of her head. That's my least favorite part.
well, that
That's the
scene is
scariest part.
that's when I knew that was gonna be
Yeah.
One of Austin's favorites of the year.
Yeah,
I
fair.
think when I did my 2024 rankings, I listed it third
Okay.
or fourth. I forget where I put Nosferatu, but I really liked Nosferatu as well.
Fair.
Anyways, I love that birthing scene. I think it's so gnarly.
Yeah.
I think they do a really good job combining practical and CGI effects and making it to I'm not quite sure how they pull it off. Because all those elements are done very well. And I love the shot of like the extreme close up on the eye and the pupils separating. I think that shit is so cool.
It is good. What is your Tony Todd Award for movie MVP? Are you stuck between the two?
I'm gonna have to split it down the middle and say Monstro Elizabeth.
Oh my God.
No, I am stuck between. I mean, Demi Moore did deliver an Oscar-worthy performance. I thought Margaret Qualley was snubbed
I agree.
for Best Supporting Actor. I haven't seen Amelia Perez. I'm not going to.
No. Don't save yourself.
So I can't say whether Zoe Saldana was deserving or not. Career-wise, I'm going to say yes. Zoe Saldana should have had an Academy Award by now. She is fantastic. For this movie, I cannot say.
No.
I don't remember who else was nominated. Oh, Isabella Rossellini, I think, was nominated for Conclave.
I believe so.
I would have loved to see her win. Like I said, Margaret Qualley should have been in there. Ariana Grande was great in Wicked Part 1. I don't know if I would have given her a win. Definitely not over Isabella Rossellini. And not over Margaret Qualley. But Margaret Qualley wasn't even nominated, so. But yeah, so because I can't pick between the two, I'm going to go with writer-director Coralie Fargo.
Cool.
Because she's awesome. And I'm excited to see what she comes out with next.
I'm going to say Demi Moore.
Okay.
I think, I agree with you. Margaret Qualley put on an excellent performance. I think she was snubbed. I think that Demi Moore's... just the thing that pushes it over the top for me is just her scene, the date scene. I think that it is really hard to portray very mundane things that happen to everyday people in a horror movie and make them as important as the rest of the things happening in the horror movie. And she did that.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. Because I think that's the crux of the movie. It's not just simply I don't feel pretty anymore, so I had to do this, and that in and of itself is sad. The tragedy in this movie is that it's not just that she doesn't feel pretty, it's that she does not feel like she is worth being a human out in the world. So
I love that both Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley were down to have such insane prosthetic makeups and being these creatures, and because we haven't talked about Gollum, Demi Moore.
Yeah, she's a lot too.
So the fact that they were both so down to be gross and for this horror movie, Margaret Qualley's still young in her career, but Demi Moore has had a legendary career. Demi Moore's iconic. She didn't have to make this movie, but I'm so glad that she did.
Same. Is the score better than Jaws?
Pump, pump, pump it up. Pump, pump it up. No.
No.
But I would do it in the club.
Yeah, so Rafferty is not known as a composer primarily. Primarily, he's a producer and a DJ. His actual name is Benjamin Stefanski, but The Substance is his first feature film.
Nice.
He's done series, he's done shorter films before, but this was his first full film score.
I dig it.
It's fun. A fine addition to your collection. Do you own it? Would you own it?
I think I bought it. I think I own it. It might have been one of the movies that I bought, but I put it somewhere.
This belongs to a specific category of movie that I like to call my litmus test movies. There is... Oh, why can't I think of it? Do you remember the movie that I showed you when we first started dating with Bill Burnham in it?
Oh, Promising Young Woman.
Thank you. If Jeremy and I had started dating before this movie came out, this would be on par with Promising Young Woman, that I would have showed him to see if he actually enjoys women, or likes women, or thinks they should have rights. I think that's like a litmus test. And so, yeah, I would like to own it. Just in case Jeremy dies or something. They have to be like, out in the dating world again.
I don't like that thought.
Yeah, I don't either, but I have anxiety, so that's the way I think.
I don't own this.
Boo. Austin hates women.
Stop. I was double checking. It was... So the reason why I couldn't remember that is because I had a Amazon gift card. I had a couple movies in my bin, and that was one of them, but then I removed it.
Austin hates women.
That is not true, because I removed it for Alien Romulus.
Oh, okay, then it's fine. What are your Letterboxd reviews, you guys?
Let's pull them up, but pull them up.
Okay. So, as I've mentioned, this movie was a lot for me. So I'm going to read you guys my review and then tell you what I rated it. So my review says, so hey, I hated that. 4 stars.
Yeah. I gave this 5 stars and a heart. And I said, I understand and appreciate that this is for every girl who's ever hated herself, but it also has the unfortunate side effect of making me wish I was Margaret Qualley.
So, I love that. That's amazing. I have reviewed this film twice. Once in September of 2024 and once in November of 2025. I will read both reviews because I'm proud of them. Very proud of them. Which review do you want me to recite first?
Let's do in chronological order.
So the very first time I saw it.
Yeah.
Gremlins, but make it hot.
Sick.
If you think about it, this movie is just Gremlins.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back to that.
Okay.
My second review for just the other day. Me. I like the oopy goopy. I put a smiley face. Coralie Fargo. Bet. And I put the smoke coming out of the nose emoji.
Yep.
The substance. Goes oopy motherfucking goopy to the extreme. Me. And I just put a bunch of mind blown emojis. And both times I gave it 4.5 stars and a heart.
Nice. I love that.
I love oopy goopy.
All right, so there are no Supernatural alumni. So moving
You
on.
mean Monstro Eliza Sue wasn't in Supernatural?
She should have been. So let's move on to special edition superlatives. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much did they find out?
Well, this is why I'm going to bring up Gremlins,
Yeah,
which we talked about last week.
we did.
This movie, we gave Gremlins a 9. This is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because like Gremlins, this is the most simple, most explicit, like, 3
And,
simple
yeah.
rules for being young and hot again.
And they broke the rules on purpose.
And continuously.
And continuously.
For months at a time,
Yep.
in one case.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Fucking.
at least Billy didn't try
Mm-hmm.
to feed Gizmo after, or the Mogwai after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
This is truly a New Year's movie. And I'm realizing that in real time.
it is.
I
We
feel
did
like
this for a reason.
You did this for a reason. I didn't think about it. I just watched it and was like, yeah, great movie. Let's do it. No, but you're totally right. This is
a New Year's Eve.
it's Gremlins,
movie.
but make it hot. Unless you're Jeremy, and then it's Gremlins, but make it gross. It's like a little gay, but that's fine.
I mean, there were a lot of butts.
Yeah.
In this movie.
There were.
Butts, blood, chicken wings. I love this. Everything in this movie.
That's fair.
A little bit of Bernard Herrmann.
So Austin,
Yes.
would you die?
No.
Is it because you don't have to live up to the impossible beauty standards of being a woman?
In other words, I wouldn't die because I'm a man.
Nice.
And I know men can take the substance, but like, I don't need it. I'm happy with myself.
That's beautiful. If you could tell me that I could be another person, first of all, that I could just sleep for weeks at a time, and that I could also know that like my DNA was out there looking like Margaret Qualley. Yeah, I would die. I would die for sure.
Jeremy?
Jeremy would die if he had to sit through Dennis Quaid.
I would die
at lunch.
in the first, 20 minutes of the movie. Because I would sit across the table from Dennis Quaid. And I would say, nothing is worth this. I would also die out of fear of
Mozzarella soup.
soup.
Well, I wouldn't die in this scenario. I'll tell you why. Because
Mozzarella soup would see you as a friend. I'm sorry. I did think that's where you were going when you said, would you die? You know why? I forgot about, because I'm a man. We haven't used that one in a while.
Yeah,
we
because
haven't
I'm a
had
man,
to.
it hasn't-
That doesn't work for, Candyman or Gremlins.
That's fair.
That's true.
And it definitely doesn't work for Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It does work for this one, though.
It does work for this one.
So, Austin, where can the people find you?
The people can find me covered in blood watching Mozzarella Sue do her thing at Austin M. Torres across the socials. You can find the show's social media at Would You Die Show on Instagram, TikTok. I should post more there. I don't. I should. Follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube, where you can also listen to the podcast, watch my short films like Ice Cream, Spider, and The Blood Witch.
If you like the goopiness of Mozzarella soup, you'll like The Blood Witch.
Oh, thank you. We might have some YouTube stuff coming out in 2026. We'll see. And you should check out our Patreon. We have a bunch of stuff on there. Monthly bonus episodes, a new podcast called The Godzilla Project with the next episode coming out next month. Our weekly sports recap show, Would You Ball? Because we like sports.
And we don't care who knows.
And all this is only $3 a month. So respect the balance, respect our wallets, tell your friends.
Buy our Patreon.
Yeah, only $3 a month. Help us.
Help us make more cool shit. That's our goal.
That's my 2026 resolution. Make more cool shit. So, yeah, where can the people find you?
People can find me in the scary dungeon closet behind the bathroom. You can also find me at Whimsywillow on Instagram, on Letterboxd, on Substack, all those places. Where do people find you, Jeremy?
The people can find me eternal sunshining myself to try to forget this film. You can also find me at Ankfully Funny on all platforms.
Alright, thank you to Jeremy Lippitt for producing our show. Thank you to our theme music's composer, Josie Palmer. Her music is available on Spotify and Apple Music. Please check it out there. Our graphics displayed on our social media are done by Alec Gibson at Crosshook Creative. You can check out more of his stuff at wearecrosshook.com and alecgibsondesign.com. Austin, do you have a hint for next year, next month, next episode?
Okay,
He just
so
rips off 12 straight hints about every month.
we are doing one topic for the entire year, and it's all Amityville horror movies. No, that would be insane, but also I think there might be enough movies to actually do that. Yeah, we got a killer year. planned. I'm really excited with a lot of topics we have in the works. Next month, I'll just say what it is because I can't think of a good enough hint for it, and I think it's a really cool month. We are doing Cold as Ice Month. All of these movies
Have something to do with foreign.
that was so good.
Sorry.
No, these movies are the opposite of Hot Blooded. These movies they all have something to do with the fucking cold.
Yep.
Perfect
for January.
Yep. I don't think we've done a month based off of settings.
No, I think this is gonna be the first one.
So, and I think we got a good mix of 4 different bangers. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so now that we know what next month is, do you have a hint for next episode?
You've got to be fucking kidding. Those who know will know.
I don't.
I'm Austin Torres.
I'm Anneliese and Petersmark.
We made it to 2026. Woo!